I did something so dark that I can never tell anyone. Not my family, not my friends, not even the people who have trusted me more than anyone else in their lives. For years, I told myself I was normal, a good person, someone who could be trusted. But that one moment, that single choice, shattered all of it. I thought I could hide it, lock it away, pretend it never happened. I told myself it was just a mistake, a one-time lapse, something that didn't define me. But secrets like this don't stay hidden. They fester, they grow, they burrow into your mind and control your every thought, your every action, and eventually, your very identity. The longer you live with a secret like this, the more it shapes who you are, until one day, you wake up, look in the mirror, and realize the person staring back isn't you at all. And that's when you understand. The weight of this secret isn't just in the act itself. It's in every thought, every interaction, every relationship you now navigate with caution and fear. Every smile, every laugh, every casual conversation becomes a performance, a delicate dance where a single misstep could destroy everything you've built. It started with a single choice, a moment of impulse, a split-second decision that I never imagined would define the next years of my life. At first, I tried to rationalize it. It's harmless, it's small, it doesn't matter. But the truth is, no matter how small, some actions leave permanent marks. From the very moment it happened, I felt it. The rush, the thrill, and immediately, the gnawing guilt. I tried to push it aside, distract myself, pretend it didn't exist. But secrets like this are relentless. They don't fade. They don't forgive. They take root and grow, shaping your mind, your habits, and slowly, your identity. I became hyper-aware. Every word I said, every glance, every interaction was measured, filtered through the lens of the secret I carried. I avoided certain people, avoided certain topics, avoided places that could remind me of that moment or expose me. My life became a careful performance. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, months into years, and each day, the secret grew heavier. I started noticing the changes in myself. Small, at first. Almost imperceptible. The way I smiled, the way I spoke, the way I avoided eye contact when certain topics came up. I was no longer the person I thought I was. I was someone constantly calculating, constantly hiding, constantly trapped. Even when surrounded by people, I felt alone. Completely alone. Because no one could ever know. And the worst part? I couldn't even forgive myself. The secret consumed me from the inside out. Then came the first real threat of exposure. I'll never forget the moment. It was subtle, almost accidental. A chance meeting, a casual comment, a person asking a question I hadn't prepared for. My heart started racing. Panic surged like a tidal wave. My mind scrambled for lies, for explanations, for ways to distract or deflect. Every instinct screamed at me to hide, to protect, to escape. But the truth was already there, hovering in the room like a storm waiting to break. I realized, in that moment, that the secret had already changed me. It wasn't just the act anymore. It had altered my mind, my behavior, my perception of myself. No confession, no apology, no explanation could undo it. I had to face it internally, alone. I spent nights replaying every moment of that day, every choice, every interaction. I thought about the people I had lied to, the ones I had hurt indirectly, and the consequences I could never reverse. Flashbacks haunted me. The faces, the words, the moments of impulse. I remembered the instant I made the choice, the exact sensation of adrenaline and guilt crashing over me. Every time I closed my eyes, I relived it. I began to understand something terrifying. Hiding the truth doesn't protect you. It slowly destroys you. It shapes who you are without your permission, infects your thoughts, and steals your peace of mind. And the longer it remains hidden, the more control it has. Years passed like this, living in fear, constantly measuring, constantly calculating. I created a life where everything looked normal on the surface, but internally, I was unraveling. Small mistakes, small slips, became my worst nightmares. I avoided old friends, skipped conversations, and withdrew from moments that could betray me. Even simple gestures, like laughing freely or sharing a small story, felt dangerous. I was trapped in a cage of my own making. And the scar of this secret began to show in subtle ways. Moments of anxiety, sudden guilt, an inability to connect emotionally. I realized the truth. The person I had hidden from the world was the person I had hidden from myself. And until I faced that person, I would never be free. Then came the breaking point. A casual situation, something I had handled hundreds of times before, suddenly became impossible. Two people, unaware of each other's knowledge, collided. My heart raced as I realized a slip was inevitable. My mind spun, scrambling for lies, for excuses, for explanations that didn't exist. Panic overtook every rational thought. And in that instant, I understood that nothing I could say would restore the fate I had maintained for years. The secret was out, at least internally, in the only way that mattered. I had to confront it, fully and without compromise. I sat with the truth for hours, nights, days. I replayed every memory, every moment, every decision. I allowed myself to feel the fear, the guilt, the shame, and the regret. And slowly, I began to understand something vital. Facing the truth internally is more powerful than hiding it externally. The secret will always exist, but if you confront it consciously, it no longer controls you. I began the painstaking process of rebuilding, internally, privately, silently. I couldn't undo what I had done, but I could reclaim myself. I could reconnect with my emotions, with my values, with the person I once knew, and perhaps still could be. Flashbacks haunted me for months. I would wake up in the middle of the night, heart pounding, memories replaying in agonizing detail. I had moments of despair, thinking I could never escape the shadow of what I had done. But slowly, I realized I could survive it. I could carry it consciously instead of being consumed unconsciously. And in doing so, I learned the most important lesson. The person you hide from the world is often the person you hide from yourself. Confront that person. Face the truth. Live with it. Only then can you reclaim yourself, even if no one else ever knows. If you are watching this right now and feel like you are hiding something so dark, so personal, so consuming that no one could ever understand, know this: you are not alone, but understand the cost of hiding it. Secrets like these don't just hide from others. They infiltrate your mind, your identity, and your life. They shape who you are, often without your awareness. The truth is terrifying, heavy, and painful, but facing it internally is the only way to reclaim your freedom, your integrity, and your sense of self. Carrying a secret unconsciously will destroy you over time. Facing it, acknowledging it, and living with the consequences allows you to survive, and maybe even thrive. If this story made you pause, reflect, or question your own life, do not ignore that feeling. Awareness is the first step toward freedom, growth, and self-understanding. Make sure you subscribe for more real, raw, and powerful stories like this, because sometimes the hardest truths we confront, even silently, are the ones that define the rest of our lives. The ones that shape who we become. The ones that decide whether we survive ourselves or are consumed by the choices we've made.